Hey everyone, welcome to the ranking, and here's my ranking for all of the Scream movies, yes. And this is probably my last video for a while, talking about horror movie franchises. Yes, I did a bunch of rankings for a bunch of horror movie franchises, some of which I didn't really like, but I just did them because people wanted to see me do them. But I'm not going to be doing that anymore after this video until October, as October is the season of Halloween and horror movies and stuff, so I'll have a shit ton of rankings and top 10s in October for horror movies. So this is the last one for a while till October, but let's have fun with this one, and I wanted this one to be Scream because this is actually a franchise that I do really like. I really enjoy these movies, and I've been watching these movies ever since they came out in the 90s and stuff, and I grew up with these movies, and I actually enjoy all four Scream movies, so I can talk some positivity about all these ones, even though there is a lot of negativity with them as well, but I'm going to be talking mostly positive about these ones because I like this franchise, I like these movies, so yeah, let's get to it. Here's my ranking of all the Scream movies from my least favorite to my favorite. Let's get started. Coming in at number 4 is Scream 3. Scream 3, I think most people can agree that this is the weakest Scream movie. By the way, before I get into more details of all these movies, I'm going to hit spoilers because I'm going to be going to spoilers with a lot of these. If you haven't seen any of these movies and you don't want me to spoil them, I suggest you skip to another video because I'm going to be going to heavy spoilers about a lot of these movies. So, yes, anyway, Scream 3. Scream 3 is a guilty pleasure. It's just not a great movie because the beautiful thing about Scream is that it's a horror movie, but it's also satirizing other horror films. I feel like Scream 3 actually became what it was satirizing. It just this very generic slasher film. That's what I thought. Like, it wasn't really funny, this movie. All the Scream movies are creepy, but also really, really funny and really clever with its writing and its direction. This one just felt like a slasher movie. It's still a pretty entertaining slasher movie, and there is a few funny scenes, like that scene with Jay and Silent Bob when they're in Miramax. That is hysterical. But, like, I wish there was more clever satire. They didn't, like, go into the horror satire. They didn't do, like, you know, the genre spoof and stuff like they always did in these movies. This movie played it really safe and stuff, and it really had a very lame twist. When you find out the killer is Roman, and it's, like, Sidney's half-brother, and, like, I didn't like that. And some of the scenes with Sidney's mom and stuff, you didn't know whether Sidney was dreaming or not and stuff. They were just weird and just unnecessary, and you just didn't give a shit. The scene when they brought back Jamie Kennedy, Randy, when he does his video, and he talks about the trilogy and stuff, that was great. I'm like, more of that, please. But the reason the other two were great, because Randy was in it, and Randy's the best character in all these movies, and when you don't have a Randy in these Scream movies, they feel a little lost. They're missing some comedy, and some edge to it. There are some pretty creative kills in the movie, but all in all, it's not as good as the other Scream films because it just falls under the generic slasher film category. There is some entertaining stuff in it. There's some creative kills in it, and again, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. And every time I marathon the Scream movies, I watch all 4 of them. I don't skip any of them like I do with Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween and Friday the 13th because I only like a few of those movies, so I have to skip the bad ones. Scream, I can watch all 4 of them and have a blast watching them. This movie is definitely not a great movie, but it's still a guilty pleasure, and I do enjoy it. Coming number 3 is Scream 4, or Scriptorum. Scriptorum is a fun movie, a very entertaining movie. This kind of returned to the tropes of what Scream was. You know, a satire, but also a straight-up horror slasher film. The best part of the movie is the beginning. The beginning is the best part, how they, like, you know, reference Twilight Zone, and they make it with a movie within a movie within a movie, and they got all these actors to do it. Great, very clever, really good opening to the film. I wish it was stuck with that, but the movie's still fine. You got your characters back, you know, Dewey, Gale, Sidney Prescott are all back. There are some new characters that are very annoying, like Hayden Panettiere. She was okay. You got, what's her name? Emma Roberts, who ends up being, spoilers, the killer. She's Sidney's, like, cousin and stuff, and she ends up being the sociopath. When she comes out and says she's the sociopath and goes all crazy, she was actually kind of creepy and stuff, but throughout the rest of the movie, she's kind of boring and bland and stuff. The 2 nerdy guys, they were kind of funny and stuff, and when you find out that one nerdy guy is gay, that was kind of funny. That was pretty funny. Yeah, there's a few other funny scenes and stuff, how they reference old school movies and stuff, and yeah. However, I wanted it to be a little different. I thought, because this is the last Scream movie, I wanted them to take a little bit more of a risk. Maybe kill a lead character off, because Dewey, Gale, and Sidney always live. They could have killed at least one of them, because just them living is just become a cliche now in these Scream movies, because they always live. Dewey always gets stabbed, except in this one. He always gets stabbed. He fucking somehow lives all the time and stuff. And yeah, I thought they were going to maybe kill Sidney in the end, but they didn't. That was a funny line, though. Don't fuck with the original. That was a pretty cool kick-ass one-liner, but I wanted it to be a little different with its ending, because it's the final Scream movie. Maybe they could have went a more darker, way of the ending. Maybe, Emma Roberts gets away with it and stuff, and Sidney dies and stuff, and that would have been a pretty unpleasant ending to the franchise. I probably would have preferred that, but they did the safe route to the ending. How every Scream movie ends, that's how this one ends. So that was a pain in the ass. But there's still fun scenes, creative kills, there's some clever satire, and it's definitely a fun movie. A very flawed movie, but still fun. Coming number 2 is Scream, the very first Scream movie. Yes, it's not my number 1. I really love this movie. This began the satire/horror movie genre. It's a satire, but it's also a horror movie itself. It's a slasher film. I loved this movie, especially when it came out. This movie was great. I love these characters, well, mostly Randy. Randy is the best character. Jamie Kennedy is so great. He's the best. I love it. He's like this horror movie geek, or just movie geek in general. He always knows how to survive a horror film and stuff, how to get away from a killer and stuff. It's hilarious. It's so funny. I love him. I enjoy some of the side characters. I love Stu for completely different reasons. Stu, I'll get to that in a sec, but yeah, this movie, it opens really great. The scene with Drew Barrymore, that opening phone call, and, oh, you want to play a game and stuff, and it was pretty good, pretty intense and stuff. She has to answer these horror movie questions and stuff, and how he tricks her. Who is the killer on Friday the 13th? Jason. Oh, that's the wrong answer. It's Mrs. Voorhees. And, that was such a clever, intense scene. The entire opening scene. Yes, I know Drew Barrymore's character could have done a few things differently, but that scene was intense as shit. That's a damn good opening to a film, and I really love that. Especially her hanging on the tree. Oh, God, it's fucking unpleasant as shit, just fucked up. The movie is still great, though. I love these characters. It's very creative with its kills. That fucking Henry Winkler in the movie as the principals, and that scene with the janitor looking like Freddy Krueger, very fucking funny. Hilarious. But yeah, let's get to the killers. The ending twist, when you find out who the killers are, is so fucking obvious. It's Billy and Stu. No fucking shit. Throughout the whole movie, Billy and Stu act like the creepiest fucking weirdos ever, so, of course, the two creepy weirdos are the fucking killers. And they also say they're the ones that killed her mother, not caught and weary and stuff, but yeah, I'm like, oh, no fucking shit. No shit. Of course they're the killers. So that was a lame twist, but the ending scene when it's revealed it's Billy and Stu and how they stab each other, because Billy and Stu's plan is to stab each other and then kill Sidney, blame her father, and Billy and Stu are the last survivors and stuff. They're all cut up and stuff. This is hands down the funniest fucking scene in any Scream movie. It is hilarious. I don't know if it was intentional. I think it was intentionally funny, but it is so freaking funny. Stu, Matthew Lillard, what he does, his performance, how over the top he is, it is fucking hilarious. It kills me every time. The scene when he's stabbing him, he's like, stop it, man, I'm feeling woozy here, man. It's so freaking funny. And then, he's always doing these dumb decisions, he loses the gun. Houston, man, we have a problem. The gun, man, it's gone. It was right here, man. It was right here. I'm like, oh my God. And then when she calls him and he's like, oh my God, he's like, hello? And she's like, well, Billy, is it excuse? What's your excuse? Peer pressure. Far too sensitive. And of course, when he hits him with the phone, don't hit me with the phone, dick. My parents are gonna be so mad at me. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Every scene with Stu in that scene is so fucking funny. Oh, he is so over the top of that scene. It kills me. It kills me. Then all of a sudden he goes crazy again. He's like, I always had a thing for you, Sid. Oh my God. I don't know if that was intentional, but anyways, it was fucking hilarious. It was so funny. The movie, again, is cheesy. It's a 90s cheese, but it's also very clever with its satire and its characters. It's a very fun slasher movie, and it's definitely my second favorite Scream movie. And my number one favorite Scream movie is Scream 2. Yes, this is a weird choice. Most people, and they say, what is their favorite Scream movie? Everyone says the first one. I actually do say the sequel. I actually think Scream 2 is a better movie, a more fun, enjoyable film with more clever satire, more enjoyable thrills and stuff. It's just a more entertaining film and a more cohesive story. The opening, again, just like the first Scream, I love how these films open, except for Scream 3. How Scream opened with the Twilight Zone thing, how Scream 1 ended with Drew Barrymore, and how this one opens with the movie theater with Omar Epps and Jada Pinkett Smith. Very clever way to open the film. All these people dressed as Ghostface. And then her boyfriend dies, and he comes out dressed in Ghostface, but she thinks it's her boyfriend. He fucking stabs her, and she's like bleeding. Everyone else is like, partying in this theater, but she's dying and stuff, and they all watch her die. It's like a really fucked up scene. Like, Jesus Christ, that just reminds me that could actually happen. That's what makes it so unpleasant. Stuff like that has happened and can happen. It's unpleasant as shit. But yeah, the movie is great. And the movie deals with a lot of sequel talk. My favorite scene, actually, in all the Scream movies is the classroom scene when all these kids, Randy, Timothy Olyphant, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Joshua Jackson, they're all talking about movie sequels and how sequels suck. It's never as good as the original and stuff. That scene's amazing. I love that scene. So funny. It's so clever. If you love movies, you will just love that scene. Hands down my favorite scene in this movie, and probably my favorite scene in all the Scream movies. The only downside to this movie is they killed Randy. Why would they do that? They killed Randy in this movie. It's a funny way how he goes. He's like, fuck you, man. Billy was a bitch. Stu was a bitch. And then it just pulls him in the van, just fucking stabs him in the van. Yeah, it's a fucked up way to go, but it was kind of funny and stuff, and yeah, my favorite scene, that scene is just like, what is your favorite scary movie? Showgirls. Have you ever seen that movie? They can't act for the shit. That scene's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that was my only downfall. They killed Randy. Randy's the best character in all these movies. I can't believe they killed him, but when it's revealed who the killer is, it's actually a clever twist, something I did not see coming when I first saw this movie. It's Timothy Olyphant's character, but he has a partner, and it's Billy's mother, and she was like this reporter chick throughout the whole film. That's actually a clever twist and stuff. And they also bring in more of Cotton Weary, Liev Schreiber, and he's really great in this movie. He's kind of creepy, but you can actually tell why he's a pissed off character, because he was framed for a murder he never did stuff, but I love some of the dynamics in this movie with Sydney and her boyfriend, with Cotton Weary, all the scenes with Randy and Dewey and stuff, the sequel talk, and even some of the kills and stuff are very intense and very creepy and stuff. With Sarah Michelle Gellar was a very creepy scene and stuff, and even the ending climax is a very intense climax, and yeah, I like this movie. I actually think it's better than its predecessor. A lot of people think the first one's better, that's fine. Personally, I think Scream 2 is the best, and it's my favorite. So yeah, that was my ranking of all the Scream movies, from my least favorite to my favorites. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions of all the Scream movies? Give me your rankings of all the films, from your least favorite to your favorite. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.